showing you how to replace a ceiling fan, so let's get at it. All the way up top you've got your mounting bracket. This particular ceiling fan's on a cathedral ceiling. It's angled a bit, so you're going to want to make sure that your power is turned off, and then we're going to go ahead and pull the bracket down. Some ceiling fans have different size brackets, so if you're not sure if the new bracket's going to work out, it may be better to reuse the old bracket and down rod for the new ceiling fan. Normally has 2 set screws and then 2 temporary screws that if you loosen them up you can rotate them. This one's actually missing the permanent screws, which is okay. Not perfect, but anyway, that allows us to rotate this out. Once you get that far, it's a good idea to prove your power's out if you have a circuit alert device. So we're going to go ahead and prove power's out, which it is. Normally you've got a black wire, which is your hot, a white wire, which is your neutral, and a green wire, which is your ground. So we're just going to pull these out here. Here's our white wire. If you see a red wire or a blue wire, that generally goes to a light kit. So if you don't have a red or blue wire in your junction box, then that means that you're not set up for a separate light kit. What you can do is link the red wire or the blue wire and the black wire together, and that way they're both on the same switch, which is how this one is wired. So anyway, got our neutral and one hot, so we're ready to pull this down. And this just lifts out of its socket, like so. Inside here there's our hot and our neutral, and then the green is our ground. This one does not have a separate switched light. Taking this apart, got a set screw here, loosen that. And then it's got a cotter pin that holds this in. So we're going to reuse our down rod. So it's just a matter of pulling out the cotter pin and the pin, slipping the wiring right out. Next, let's open our new ceiling fan and put it together. Pull out the cotter pin. And you want to make sure that this is fed on before you do this, because otherwise you're going to have to start over. Hot for the fan, hot for the light kit, and then the neutral. Pass these all through and up to the top. If you need to, you can remove this, and you can slip this down and slide out the pin to get around it. And there's all our wires. If your ceiling fan down rod is too big, what you can do with these screws is take the bolts out and then feed the nut through on the inside. What we're going to do is use these as spacers. It's on this side, and then on the third side, drop it in back there. This way it's evenly spaced all the way around. Tighten up these screws. And we got to put this back up. Just a matter of passing this through around past the wiring. Crank this up and tighten down the set screw. Next, we're going to want to trim down our wiring. I just want to use wire strippers. Then we'll strip these off. And the blue and the black are going to get put together, so they share the same switch. Here's the setup for a separate switch. Then this would go to your red wire or your blue wire. And the black would go to your black hot and our neutral. This is a quick connect ceiling fan. The way these brackets go into place, it's got this little mounting bracket here, and you can either do an oak side down or a white side down. I'll be doing the white side down in this particular one. Anyway, that's the oak side, so we're wanting that faced up. Put the white side down. Set this in place. Set your bracket on. And slide it like so. And you're going to do the same for all of them. Final one's here. Got the other one upside down. So to remove these, you just lift this little tab here. You can use a screwdriver to kind of pick it up and then push it forward. I guess it may be important someday to know how to remove these. That's how you remove a quick connect fan blade if you needed to. There we go. And we're ready to install the fan. Setting up the fan, all we have to do is set that inside the bracket. The black and blue are going to go to the hot. This one is fairly tight in here. Black and blue are together there. Now the neutral, also pretty tight. And then our ground wires, green for the ground wires. And we can tuck that up inside there. Okay, now we're ready for our trim. And this is a good time to make sure our set screws are nice and tight. Sounds good. Rotate these in. Tighten them down. Now some kits have a second set screw. This one does, but it's okay. But also some have a trim plate that goes up around that. But anyway, that's another story. Now that that's done, we're ready to come down and test it out. Before we install our lighting, we're going to remove these rubber brackets that hold this and keep it from spinning. And now we're ready to test out the fan portion. Here's testing out the fan portion. If it doesn't turn on at first, try pulling your pull chain because that may be turned off. Now we're going to go ahead and test out the light portion. And if that doesn't turn on at first, go ahead and try pulling your pull chain because that may be turned off. So our ceiling fan is working. Now we're ready to hook up the light kit. The newer light kits have these bayonet bases. We're able to pass the glass right over the top of the light bulb, which is kind of a nice feature. On other kits, you would have to remove the bulb and then install. This one's kind of nice in that you don't have to do that twist into place. You'll see some other kinds that have a spring clamp that gets passed through here and then it's kind of springs into place. Whereas these ones rotate into place. Lights work. Okay, beautiful. And now all we need is the pull chain. Here's our new pull chains. You just clip on, and you can trim these down if you need to. And there's our nice new ceiling fan. We can check for any wobbles. Make sure everything works good. Pull chains work like they should. At different settings. Make sure there's no clicking. Everything looks good there. A nice new ceiling fan. All set there. And if your ceiling fan does wobble, it comes with this kit here so you can de-wobble your ceiling fan. And I do have a video on that, so check it out.